Okay, for our total play for Tuesday, we're heading to New Orleans where the Pelicans take on the Dallas Mavericks. And I'm going to back over the total in this matchup. Kind of a high total at 211. These teams went for 205 in their previous matchup was just the other day. But I like the Pelicans. They got some rest, and I think they're going to come in, and they're definitely going to push some tempo. I think Dallas is going to be fine to run with them, and I like for them to get over this total. New Orleans, they've struggled this year, but mostly it's been on the defensive end, which could play in well with Dallas tonight and getting over this total. Yesterday, we were 1-1 on our picks. An amazing game with Minnesota and Atlanta. Minnesota was crushing at halftime. Then Atlanta stormed back, and it was just awesome. We had the Hawks, and I think I was proven right the second half as to why to take the Hawks. They just came in. They did not play a good first half. Minnesota played great. Resurgence going on with the Timberwolves. We also had the over in with Denver and Portland, which won. So we were 1-1. We're doing great on this NBA season so far. Let's continue today with this over New Orleans and Dallas. Let's start talking about these two teams. Dallas, they come in. They're averaging 99 points per game, 42.2% shooting from the field, and 31.2% shooting from distance. And they're solid. I love Rick Carlisle. You know, he's always been one of my favorite coaches. They run good stuff. I think Deron Williams is an okay fit there. Nowitzki's still playing well. And they're decently deep, but, they're getting it done on both ends of the floor for the most part. I think overall they're probably not going to, they don't look like a playoff team, but they can score, and I think they're going to score tonight against a pretty weak New Orleans defense that I think is going to prefer just to get out and run. Defensively, Dallas, they're allowing 100 points per game, 43.2% shooting from the field, and 27.3% shooting from beyond the arc. Very good in defending beyond the arc. New Orleans has not been very proficient at shooting three-pointers, but they'll go out and they'll shoot them. And I think they probably had some time to go ahead, 2 days rest, go ahead and get out the kinks. I look for them to be really efficient tonight on offense. The Pelicans not having a good year so far. Offensively, though, they're okay. They're okay. They're averaging 102.7 points per game, shooting 43.1% from the field and 33.5% from beyond the arc. All decent numbers. And with Alvin Gentry as the head coach, they're going to go up tempo. They shoot the ball a lot. They put up a lot of attempts. I expect them to do it tonight. I expect Dallas to go ahead and run right with them. I don't see a lot of defense in this game. I think we're getting a final well over that 211. Defensively, this is where New Orleans has struggled. One of the worst in the league so far. They're allowing 114.7 points per game, 48.9% shooting from the field, and 40.6% shooting from distance. And those are basically like the bottom two rankings in the NBA for those percentages and the points per game. They just have not been playing well in the defense. And they had some tough matchups. They had to play Golden State twice, for example. But with the way they like to run things, I just don't see them being a very proficient defensive team this whole season until Alvin Gentry gets a mindset where they got to play better on that end. I think he's a great offensive coach, and I think they're going to run. But unfortunately, I think their defense is going to lack, and they need to pick it up. I know they're thin. They're not very healthy right now, but there's not going to be any excuses when everyone gets back in that lineup. So we're going to see how this team develops. They got some talent, too, so hopefully they could develop and be a really fun team to watch. They should put up a ton of points tonight. I really like for New Orleans to get after it, especially being desperate for their first win. All right, that's going to be my over-the-total play in the NBA today, and I wish you guys luck on your picks of the day.